$90. $100. $110. $120.
Fair warning. Next lot.
$40. $60.
Fair warning.
$70. $80. $90. $95. $100.
Fair warning.
Whoa.
Next lot.
Whoa. There we go. That's weird. Well, that's weird. Yeah, now we're good. Now we're good. Yeah, don't know how that happened. Don't know how that happened. We're here. We're live. Just in the nick of time. Had to finish up a couple of things there. Getting the... you guys know. You guys know. Let me get the... Man, this feels like my microphone's gonna fall off here. Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Another Tuesday is upon us. We started off with 3 ungraded PC games, another 2 lot of PC games, because you guys know the PC is coming on Thursday. PC Showcase Auction returns on Thursday. The thumbnail of the video there showing off the Baldur's Gate 85 plus. I think it's an early print first Baldur's Gate game, I believe. Very cool item, especially just because of how relevant Baldur's Gate as a franchise is now. I assume most of you guys have played Baldur's Gate 3. Like, it was incredible, a great game. Even I had to, like, bust it out and play it because I was just hearing it was too amazing, It was something I couldn't miss out on. So, played through it with my brothers, great game. And just seeing the first one now, it's like, man, that's something that, I don't collect PC games, but owning the first Baldur's Gate game now, that'd be pretty damn neat. Dare I say. That would be pretty damn neat. I need to get the little link here for the PC auction coming up. I think it's sitting up there with most expensive. Madden's there as well, 75 plus. Apple II, the original John Madden football's coming up at that auction. This is really neat. Ultima 2, The Revenge of the Enchantress. I just love the way these old Sierra PC games look. Monkey Island is leading the way right now, $2,800 before BP, 85 plus version. Yeah, Baldur's is sitting there about $800 right now with the... BP. Diablo's here, 900, VGA85 black box, early print copy, Age of Empires, Command and Conquer, Sam and Max, Quake. It's great. It's great. There's a lot of PC games here if you guys care about that. For all the PC fans, I know they've been wondering, when the heck do we get another PC auction? Well, here it is. It's finally here. And I don't even know if there's another one slated for 2025, actually. I feel like there isn't. I think as of right now, this is the only PC auction for 2025, so get in while the getting's good. This Thursday. Hopefully you guys can make it out. Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Hopefully you guys can make it out. But welcome in, Fernando, Game Gallery, Crypto Esquire, Big Box Game Talk, Ted, Smiles, Blue Smoke, Gamer Joe, Kane, Craig. Welcome in, you guys. Skull. Welcome. Those PC games were steals, but you were a minute too late. Me and you both, Hamster. Me and you both. Frenzy on Coleco? Yes, 9.4 here. We had those PC games sold. Bank Heist was a 9.4 for $187.50. Sky Skipper, 9.88 plus for $200. Tank Brigade, a rare game, Panda game.
Fair warning. $220.
Is it sealed? I guess it's a sealed 3. No, it's complete in box. What is going on? Is this just a box? Complete in box, a box grade, no cart grade, no manual. What am I missing? Manual, cartridge not removed. Blank shell wrap. I don't get it.
Next lot.
I don't.
$550.
I don't get it. I don't know. It's a 3.0. It's a rare game published by Panda here on Atari, but I genuinely, like, I don't understand what the label is telling me. And that's kind of fucked up because I'm pretty deep in this hobby. You know what I mean? I'm pretty damn deep in this hobby and I don't understand what the label is telling me.
Fair warning.
Huh. Went for $134 anyway. Video Checkers was 9.2 for 109. Frenzy 275. Actually, kind of some decent value here for a Coleco game. And Blades of Steel kicks off NES with a 9.4 A plus oval.
Next lot.
1,000.
There's a cart still. There's a cart shell in there, but no board. Why? Why would that be a thing? Final Fantasy is an 8.5 A.
Next lot.
Sold for what, $1,300 there? 1,875, sorry. Looked like a 9.0 last went for over 3,000 or just around 3,000, so. Blades of Steel, the 9.4 A plus for $1,200. Bart versus the World, the Simpsons 75 plus. And what I'm wondering today for the video, what's the vibe check? We're a few weeks into 2021 already. Feels crazy that, yeah, we're like literally 3 weeks. It's the 21st today. What's the vibe check? Vibe check on the market. We just, not to get too political, but some big news yesterday. If you know, you know. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about everything? The economy, video games, stock market, crypto? The Gulf of America?
Fair warning.
How do we feel about everything? Still losing money on eBay auctions about 25 months straight. Oh gosh. Elon? Any Elon fans? Did Tesla boom today? It should have, right? Tesla should have boomed today, right? Final Fantasy, the 8.5A, 1,875. The Simpsons, Bart versus the World, $275. Tesla went down. Oh gosh. You have one for me? It's a 9.2 A plus Final Fantasy for the NES, but has a very slight fading on the spine. Oof. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I didn't even know you could get 9.2 with fading. I thought it was like a, it stops at 9.0. Tecmo World Wrestling, 9.6 A plus. This game is sold for a lot of money.
Next lot.
Maybe that was a long time ago. Yeah, 2022. So I guess 2022, this sold for like 740. Now it's down to 437.50. I mean, makes sense, but this game had a lot of value, and I never really understood why. Tecmo World Wrestling, it doesn't have any licensed fighters, I don't think. Like, there's no WWE, WWF connection. 437.50 for it now makes sense in my opinion. It was a weird one when it was selling for like 700 or 1,000. Town and Country Surf, 937.50. This game's always sought after. I don't really understand what the appeal is with Town and Country Surf. Woodwater Rage always sells for a lot of money, almost $1,000 for this copy here, 9.2A. Oreos Woods, VGA 92, 43.75. That's a great price for a VGA 90 on a beautiful game. Into Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, I guess I should say, as we start off with Chrono Trigger here. I guess I should be saying Super Famicom.
$70. $75.
Man, 8 minutes into the auction, we're already done with NES, eh? You wish CGC wasn't raising their prices? I think everyone does. I see in the Discord some people are going to be canceling their memberships. Other people are racing to get submissions out the door for CGC. I think today is the day the price raise took place, right? I think today is the day that CGC games just went up in price, so... It's so slight on the fading. It was a WATA 9.0 A++, and you honestly wasn't sure it was faded, so you crossed to CGC and it got a 9.2 instead. Okay. So yeah, with WATA Games, I do think they peak out at, I think WATA Games peaks out at 9.0 with fading. I don't know if that's a hard set rule, but I don't know if I've seen above 9.0 with any kind of fading. You had a lot of fun with TNC as a kid? TNC was a great game a lot of kids had. Interesting.
$30.
TNC is big money because it's totally radical. Yeah, not a game that means anything to me. Didn't have it as a kid, never had it, like, just means nothing. Yeah, you guys, with the pump and the vibes, I'm sure you guys all made a ton of money with Trump Coin. That also got its pump and dump already, I think. I think it went from, like, what, $1 up to 85. Now it's down to 40-ish?
$40.
That's a ton of money there, so I'm sure we're about to see some of that Trump Coin money hit video games, too. Don't worry, Goob Noob, it's coming. It's coming.
Fair warning.
You have a Trump Time magazine? Had it driven to their headquarters since you're beside them? Oh, yeah.
$20.
The pump is coming, Goob. Just you wait. Chrono Trigger 8.5 CIB on $99. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 also complete in box for $54. The grades on these aren't amazing. CIB Super Famicom in general is also super available. So 9.0 here on Dragon Quest 5. Super fucking cool, right? Like, don't get me wrong. This is amazing. $64. Dragon Quest 6, 9.2 as well on this, pushing its way to 99 bucks. Yeah, that's the thing with Famicom, Super Famicom, even N64 Japanese.
Fair warning.
If you don't want to buy factory sealed or unopened copies of the games, right? Brand new copies. Even out of Japan, you can import amazing condition CIBs for like 50 bucks, right? You can put together a beautiful Famicom, Super Famicom collection. You can get favorites like Dragon Quest, Chrono Trigger. You can do that for an insanely, like very, very, very affordable. So if you don't like that this costs what? The 9.6 sold for $1,500, maybe $2,000. Here's a 9.6 CIB, right? Final Fantasy VI, graded by CGC. It's at 250 bucks. And even that, I think, is kind of expensive. You can probably import it for much cheaper yourself.
$220.
But just there's a massive difference in values there. Simoon, welcome in. You got a PS2 game today, which is full of front cover fade, and it's 9.88+. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Pyro. Paste it in the Discord. I want to see this fully faded game with a 9.8. The only way you're getting a faded 9.8 is if someone faded it after the fact. Because, like, you know, graded video games, WADA, VGA, CGC, you can still have it, fade to shit if you put it in sunlight.
$180.
Right? Like, the graded case isn't sun-proof. It's UV resistant.
Fair warning.
But, like, if you put it in a place where it's still exposed to sunlight, you will fade your games still. Even if they're graded. It is not sun-proof. Final Fantasy VI went for 250 bucks. Here's Secret of Mana, 9.4 CIB as well. Pushing its way to almost $300. Jeez. Almost 350 CIB here. 9.6 cart, 9.8 cart, 9.6 box. 8.5 manual. Kind of nuts seeing this sell for almost 350 here on Heritage. You can get like brand new copies for 500 out of Japan.
$300.
325 bucks for the CIB. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Super Nintendo, here it is. 9.4 A plus Might and Magic 3. Yeah, we barely see this. 4th time at Heritage, not surprised on that. 9.4 A plus WADA copy, last sold all the way back in 2021 for 720 bucks. We haven't seen this game since 2022, apparently, pushing its way right now to 575. A lot of this low-key Super Nintendo has been doing really well as well, so
fair warning.
Might even do decent.
$480.
You didn't check WADA's picture? Maybe that gives a clue if it was faded already? Yeah, there we go.
Fair warning.
Yes, we got to check the WADA grading photo. That'll tell you if it was faded already or not. Price raise was today. You subbed about 70 games to CGC this weekend. You're crossing about half of your personal collection to CGC. Really? I'm surprised, Hamster. Why are you moving so much of your stuff to CGC? 2025, the year of CGC. This guy saw my video and he said, like, oh my god, he's right. CGC is taking over.
Fair warning. I'm
surprised to hear, Hamster, that you're moving over so much of your PC. Yeah, thanks for keeping CGC in business, no doubt. They appreciate you. You crossed the 9.8 Silent Hill to WADA because you love their PS1 cases. They crossed it to a 9.2. They noted crack on the front of the case. You cracked it out and sent it back to CGC. Oh my gosh. Silas, oof. Yeah, definitely update when you can, dude. That sucks, man. That sucks.
$800.
No wonder grading takes so long with one of you submitting 70 games and another submitting 40. Yup. Never forget Canadian Consolidation Company. We are small fries out there. They're the whales are who fucking load up those queues, man. Single people submitting hundreds of games are what makes it take so long. Might and Magic went for 575, which is honestly pretty decent. Like I said, back in 2021, it went for 720. So like that's barely even down, you know, coming off of the everything bubble. Populous 9.08 for 124. Primal Rage 9.4 A plus actually went for 1,200 bucks here. The game up for sale is also Ranma 1/2 Hard Battle. Very rare game on Super Nintendo. Only 2nd time at Heritage Auctions. The first time 9.4 A plus went for 960 back in 2022. We've seen 2 copies of this game at Heritage over 3 years. 9.28 plus right now, pushing its way to almost $600. Primal Rage for $1,200 though does kind of surprise me.
Next lot.
Fuck, I guess the last copy of it sold January 2022 for $1,800. I'm just surprised Primal Rage still gets so much love. Like, it is a cool game, you know, it's animals fighting. Like, it's always going to be cool. It definitely has that factor, but in my mind, it's just a game that's kind of fading away with time. But maybe I'm just, like, not old enough, you know? Just not old enough to understand how locked in Primal Rage is with nostalgia and, you know, #1 arcade game of the year. Yeah, like, I might just be too young to understand how important Primal Rage really is, or how everlasting it might be. Ranma half hard battle there. $5.75. Craig, you finally got yourself one. There we go. Finally got yourself a Ranma. Yeah, just impossibly difficult.
Fair warning.
Not a ton of people care about it, but like impossibly difficult Super Nintendo. And Super Nintendo has so many games like this. $5.75. Street Fighter 2 7.0 CIB for $99. Super Castlevania 4 Majesco print for $3.75. Super Mario RPG CIB 8.0 pushing up to $90. Yeah. I was gonna say something like that, StarTide, like animals or like reptiles or something. I was like, it's just fucking animals.
Next lot.
$70.
Simoon, I do filter Bitcoin. Pokerface, welcome in, dude. It's going great. How are you doing? I do filter Bitcoin just because we used to get a lot of spam bots. So Bitcoin is like it's just a scam word, right? So by filtering out Bitcoin, it just got rid of so much bullshit. So sorry you got sniped. You got sniped by Automod. Gotta say Bytecoin. Tetris 2, $94. TKO Super Championship Boxing 8.5A. Perhaps a hidden gem in the furry community. There we go. Those are the people buying Primal Rage. It's an absolute furry staple.
Next lot.
You love fighting game collecting? Yeah, does Primal Rage go into traditional fighting game collection though? I feel like it goes into I feel like Primal Rage fits into more of a secondary category of fighting game, where you get like Primal Rage, King of the Monsters, games like that, you know, as opposed to like fighting game collectors who might go after the Street Fighters and traditional 2D fighters like that. But I don't know. I'm not a huge fighting game collector. Just kind of how my brain separates them. Yeah, no one gives a shit about Vegas Stakes. Nope, $74 there. No love for Vegas Stakes on that one. Wizardry 5, Heart of the Maelstrom, 9.2B plus for $5.25. Here's that factory case of 6 Run Sabers. I think this sold last time on Heritage Auctions. I don't think they had it marked as the French Holland version. I mean, it still sold for almost $2,000 here, but I think the first time it sold, it wasn't marked as being France Holland. So I think someone paid even more for it, and it was likely then, you know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, this isn't actually North American, and then they auctioned it again. I think. I could be wrong, but I remember seeing this before. It's definitely not the first time we've seen one of these 6-packs. Shantae, ungraded CIB with reproduction box manual. Huh. So you're getting a cartridge. It's a Shantae cartridge. I don't know why they even took pictures of it with the box. Like, yeah, they put reproduction right across. It just seems dumb. I don't know. You know what I mean? The box and manual, if they're fake, I also hate the term reproduction. I need to go on like a long rant about that, but I hate the term reproduction so much. This hobby has like glamorized illegal bullshit, fake bullshit, right? We don't say, oh, that's fake, that's shit. We say, oh no, it's a reproduction. Like that's not fake bullshit. That's not counterfeit. That's a reproduction, which is actually great because it allows gamers to have a box. Oh my god, I hate that so much. It's fucking fake. It's a fake. It's counterfeit. You're selling it with a counterfeit box. Anyways, $375. You bought $200 of Trump coin. You're not happy with the result? Well, Pokerface, you just had to buy low, sell high, man. Surely you didn't buy high, sell low. You just had to buy low, sell high. You know, it's
Fair
basics, basic economics with that Trump coin there.
Next
Final
lot.
Fantasy VI VGA 90 there.
$60.
Going for $400. The Shantae sold for
$360.
$375. What does a cartridge cost? What's a cartridge cost, right? It's more than $375. Did you pick it up, Retro Game?
Fair
That's what I
warning.
mean, though, right? So they could have just sold it as a cartridge for more money.
Next lot.
I don't know. It just nothing of that
$5.
makes sense. I fucking hate reproduction. Group lot of 6 factory sealed
$10.
games here. CIBs.
$20.
Ungraded sealed games. Jeez, $300 there for those. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time Japanese version. That's what tripped me up there.
Fair
9.68 plus on this. The card is like $500 alone. Yeah, just should have sold it as a cart only. You can't buy political meme coins. It feels so wrong to you, as it should, Hamster. It should feel wrong to you that there's
Fair $170.
political meme coins. It's literally Trump rug pulling America. It's fucking insane, dude. It is insane that that is even
Fair
legal.
warning.
That there is any sense of legality in what is happening with that, right?
Next lot.
I'm all for free market, you know,
$85.
do your own research, take responsibility and stuff, but it is
$95.
insane that that is like
$100.
legal. Wada's picture of your game looks unfaded. If that's the case, Pyro, like return that shit, dude. Absolutely return that shit if you can, man. There's no reason
Fair
to keep
warning.
yourself a faded 9.8.
100.
You gambled 2K into Trump coin and left with a quarter of a Bitcoin? 2K into 25K. You wish you stuck more in, but you should be grateful? Pfft. I mean, dude, that's free money.
Fair warning.
That's free money, Simoon. That can buy you a lot of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze right there.
$110.
That can buy you a lot of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze VGA 95 mint uncirculated for $175. No complaining there.
$150.
Yeah, the sealed copies of Skyward Sword plus Mario All-Stars went for $206.25. I think that's a deal for the pair there, isn't it? The cartridge alone for Shantae is $600-700. Oh
Fair
my
warning.
god. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze $175 into Metal Gear Solid 1
Next
Master Collection.
$80.
VGA 95 selling for $200 on Switch. I didn't even know this was a thing on Nintendo Switch. That's actually pretty damn cool. Persona 5 Royal 95 plus Steelbook Edition. Again, some beautiful 95s on these Switch games here.
$170.
$160 on a VGA 95 first party Switch game sounds cheap. I agree, Trevor.
Fair warning.
The 95s, the 95 pluses are forever going to be lower population. It's like I talk about with Henry on the podcast. VGA 95, VGA 95 plus, VGA being your Beckett, your BGS. Getting this stuff in like BGS 10 is, it just, no one does it. You know what I mean?
Fair warning.
Even getting modern English Pokemon in BGS 10 isn't a thing because no one submits to it.
$60.
Tropical Freeze was a Wii U game, like buying Greatest Hits in your mind. I do agree, Tropical Freeze is a Wii U game first and foremost,
Fair
but
warning.
still. Persona 5 Royal, the Steelbook here, pushing its way to over $300, speaking of the 95 plus premium. The most annoying thing with reproductions is when sellers on eBay post a game with a manual with it all, call it CIB, with the box being only thing in the first picture. It's just shit all over Blue Smoke.
Fair warning.
You know, it's just shit all over. And like I said, this hobby has really glamorized the idea of reproductions.
$5.
And
$10.
I hate it.
$20.
I feel like no other hobby is as friendly with reproductions, with counterfeits, with fakes, as video games.
$85.
Video game people, gamers, collectors, whatever it is, just fucking love fakes. Oh, great. I just decorate all my games with fake shit. What are we doing?
$120.
You want to buy a copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day? 85 plus on eBay, but for 2K, I feel like you'd be getting ripped off. Any thoughts? Just put that 2K into Trump coin instead, you know? Buy more Trump coin, Pirate Poker. If you buy more Trump coin, you can buy more Conkers. It's a one-to-one correlation there.
Fair warning.
So, that would be my recommendation.
$150.
Yeah, you can just you can turn that money into a Conker's Bad Fur Day, right? Like if at first you don't succeed, you don't stop gambling, you double down. That's basics.
Fair warning.
That's the basics of gambling. I can't believe I have to explain this to you.
Next lot.
Persona 5 Royal, the Steelbook, $350. Persona 5 Tactics, $187.50.
$140.
Princess Peach,
$150.
Our 40th anniversary, smiling face with hearts, smiling
40
face with hearts,
frickin'
smiling
months,
face
dude.
with hearts, smiling face with hearts, smiling face with hearts,
40
smiling face with
frickin'
hearts.
months, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy, Simoon. Thank you, man. It's insane to even think that I've been live on YouTube for 40 months. That's insane. Princess Peach, Showtime. VGA 95. Did anyone actually play this game?
Fair warning.
I did watch a lot of content of it when it first launched. Like, people on Twitch were playing it, of course. I was checking it out. It looked like a game made literally for, like, 4-year-olds. Like, zero substance. You know what I mean? All flair, zero substance.
Fair warning.
Did this game actually, like review well? Did people actually really like this? How did this game do? Izzy!
Not quite 40.
39 months. Man, these are the long time subs in here. Jesus. 2 years. 2 year plus. You guys are going for the 3-year club right here. No, more. Jesus, you guys are on your way to 4 years. That's insane. Thank you, Izzy. 39 frickin' months, dude. 39 frickin'. It only costs what? Like $2.99 a month to be a member here? It's too cheap. It's one of the best. Amazing value. Alex!
$60.
40 months? Well, I don't even know if I know your name, Alex. How have you been here for 40 months, my guy? Who is Alex Fajardo? How have you been here for 40 months? My gosh, my guy. Oh, you're Bro Bean. Bro Bean. There we go. I was going to say, I have never seen your name before for 40 months. Okay, Bro Bean makes way more sense, dude. Jesus Christ. Thank you, you guys.
$400.
Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, $193.75. Aren't I a Princess Peach collector? I wish this game would have had more staying power, StarTide. Like I said, this game dropped and it just seemed like it was made like literally for babies. And I think it kind of turned away any kind of real gamer appeal. VGA 95 for $175. I just don't see a reason to race out and buy it at this time. I would like to get a copy eventually. I would like to pair it with Princess Peach on DS. But I was disappointed by how little, like, overall, you know what I mean? It just kind of released and no one gave a shit. Or people only cared for, like, a week, right? I feel like this game was relevant for a week. Which, yeah, a lot of games come out and they don't have any kind of staying power whatsoever. Not on Twitch, not on media, whatever. But, like, it just felt like Princess Peach here, it just did nothing. It released and no one cared.
Next lot.
I don't know. $325 for VGA 95 Switch Cons. Jesus, Skyward Sword Edition there. Group lot of magazines, $750, and welcome to SEGA. You found Princess Peach boring yourself? All the new Mario games are for babies? I mean, Mario Wonder seemed to have a decent difficulty skew. Especially if we talk about, like, the extra world and shit. You know, like, Mario Wonder had, like, some actual...
Next lot.
You know what I'm trying to say. A difficulty curve. Something you could enjoy as an adult gamer. Like, Wonder felt like the perfect blend, you know, of, like, easy shit plus actually having some challenge. A good blend, right? You could enjoy it as an adult and a kid would also have fun.
$60.
I understand that a lot of the Mario titles, it's going to be very hard to blend that line of, like, sitting down as a fucking 30-year-old man. Of course, I'm not going to have fun with Princess Peach. You know, maybe that's a me problem. I get it, right? I get it. That's probably a me problem. This game probably isn't for me. But it's, you know, it's nice when some of those games have a little bit of area or challenge in them where you can still enjoy it, or at least you don't feel like it's completely brain dead to sit down and play. Like, fun doesn't have to mean easy. You know what I mean? Easy doesn't have to mean, you know? NBA Jam Sega CD, 9.8 A+, 325 there. Joe Montana Football, 9.6 A+, going for $250. A little bit of Sega Genesis Sports Love. Same with Tecmo Super NBA, 9.6 A+, for $181. What'd you say there about CGC cases, Hamster? You're not sure when CGC changed their Genesis case, but the new ones are basically the exact same size as the game you love. You really like those cases and the OG WATA cases? You didn't like the first CGC case and you don't love the WATA new gen? don't like lots of air in the cases. Yeah, I there's
Next
the
lot.
biggest culprit with that. Speaking of like cases that aren't form fitted, the CGC N64 case, like for a cartridge, looks
Fair
fucking
warning.
ridiculous in my opinion, because it's just like a game floating like a bag of chips. You know what I mean? It's like 20% game and 80% empty space.
Fair warning.
Pixel Plus, is there a huge desire for graded Sega games?
Next lot.
It just depends what you have. It just
$50.
depends. The desire for graded Sega
$60,
is, I'd say, like 20%. The desire for graded Nintendo, but it just
$100.
depends what you have. Sega collecting in general, I'm sure you notice it as well, is just less popular. So, you know, graded Sega is also less popular, but good shit still does really good, and Genesis has a lot more of a sports collector install base than it seems any other console does, and that's why we see like Joe Montana for $250, Tecmo Basketball 181. This NBA Action is a super low grade, but $59, but yeah, it just kind of depends. Final Fantasy VIII was a 9.6 B+. Whew. Still brought in 187.50. Who says B+ is bad? Final Fantasy 9. 9.9. Final Fantasy 9. 999. A++ seal.
Fair warning.
You just paid $2,000 for a graded Genesis game, so what do you got? Exactly. Just depends.
Fair warning.
No need to be pragmatic here. We know cute stuff can go hard. It can, yes. That's what I mean, right? Like, you found Princess Peach a bit boring yourself. There was a major flaw with the cutscenes playing every time you replayed a level. Wonder was exceptional.
Next
Yeah,
lot.
Wonder was great.
$5.
The most fun parts of Wonder were the really difficult time-based levels to you. That's adult gamer right there, man. That's adult gamer right there. B+ seal is still considered average seal, so not bad. Oof. That's a hot take.
$65.
That's a hot take. You say that too loud, that is a hot take, man. B for bad. If there's one thing you need to remember about seal grades, B for bad.
$70.
Spyro the Dragon,
$75.
CGC 8.5 A+, second print copy for $462.50. The 9.9 A++ Final Fantasy 9, only $425. Only $425 on the Final Fantasy 9. Almost surprised it didn't bring a lot more premium. Like, you know, it's what, like almost double the price of the shit grade Final Fantasy 8? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and say it's a shit grade. So for Final Fantasy 9 in like literally near perfect condition to only sell for twice as much seems a bit weird to me. Final Fantasy 8, greatest game of all time. I get it, but you know. Siphon Filter, 9.4 A++ here.
$110.
You only buy Z+, exactly. How's the sale of my personal collection going? Kicked off yet? Yes, have the first sale being completed soon here, Rob, of the personal collection stuff. Still gonna do a Switch opinion video? It's on the podcast channel. Greg's Weekend Rental, Rob. I uploaded a video on Switch 2.
Warning.
Got my first sale of the personal collection stuff. I need to make an update video. I'm going on vacation here, starting on like the 25th. I'm leaving for a week. So I hope I can get up the update video, because yeah, I got my first sale here, and also a lot of dread and anxiety about selling off the collection. Not because it's like I have a personal collection to a lot of, a personal connection to a lot of the stuff I want to sell, but I've loaded up a lot of the stuff that I need to sell on those shelves. I showed it off a bit in the video. The shelves, the other shelving unit is up, and I have a bunch of boxes loaded up now of stuff that I need to get rid of. And it's just like, man, there's just so much shit. There's so much crap. You know what I mean? There's so much crap where it's not worth a lot of money. It's going to take a lot of time. I don't know. Selling stuff yourself or consigning, a lot of it's probably not worth shipping at all. A lot of the stuff isn't valuable enough to even ship Viridian, so I'm probably going to have to sell it myself. So like posting locally and doing stuff like that, but yeah, I need to just start chipping away at it, Justin. Even just listing things every day, you know, list 5 games a day type of thing. Just Just got to grind one day. Yeah, it just, that's the thing though, Joe. Like, we're talking about games that are, you know, 10 to 50 bucks.
Fair warning.
10 to 50 bucks.
$320.
So maybe the best option is to just take 40% value on them and dump them at a store. At least then I don't think about it. It's just
Fair
gone.
warning.
It's done. Like, that's kind of where I'm at. But I'll make a video
Next
updating
lot.
because, yeah, these are the thoughts I'm at right now with a lot of this stuff. Just sucks.
$180. $190.
Yeah, it adds up. That's what I mean, Pyro. So I don't just want to give away like $300 of value. You know what I mean? Like, it adds up.
Fair
But
warning.
I also don't want to take 6 months to sell this shit.
Next lot.
Contact Riff. He might take him for that.
$70.
Yeah, I mean, like,
$90.
does he need a bag of shitty original Xbox games? Is that what Riff is in the market for? Is that, are those the hot guy? I think I got Curious George in the bag. Is that a hot seller?
Fair warning. Next lot.
$85.
Garage sale. It's the middle of winter here, Rob. It's frickin' -40 out, garage sale. Be waiting all
Fair
year just to host it. Crazy Taxi on PS2, black label copy, went for 225 bucks. I am a bit surprised Crazy Taxi didn't get a little bit more love. Maybe on Dreamcast we've seen it sell for a lot. I think somewhere we have seen Crazy Taxi sell for a lot of money, so I'm a little bit surprised the 85 plus
Next
only $225. A lot of people love this game. There's a lot of connection to Crazy Taxi. Final Fantasy X 9.6B plus here for $139. Final Fantasy X2 9.88 plus for $119. Gran Turismo 4 95 plus. Whew. A VGA 95 sold back in November 2023 for $432. So here's the 95 plus. Only 16 copies of this graded total, pushing its way to $400 right now. Save the money on the monthly spins and just give away my junk games instead. Nah, you guys actually hate that stuff too. Yeah, like, it sucks, man. And it just sucks, Pixel, because it's like, you know, the stuff has value. Like Pokemon Red manuals, Pokemon Blue manuals. I have like 2 or 3 of them. Like, they have value, but how do I get my 15 bucks out of that? You know? I guess I could ship it for $6 or something, or just ship it untracked and hope. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to get my 15 bucks out of a lot of this stuff, and it's like, oh my god. But you do it 100 times and it's $1,500. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. But I'll make a video updating soon. I did get my first sale. I did get my first thing, though, and it's like, it's real stuff. It's like good Sega Genesis games are being sold, so that's awesome. It's like $400, $500. That's awesome. But yeah, it's all the little shit that just drives me insane.
$20.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bundle a lot of it, Jeff. A lot of it's gonna have to bundle. Grand Theft Auto Vice City was an 85 plus. The PS2 games are actually really good here, and the PS3. It's just a good selection of PS2 and PS3 for this auction. Well, here's Ico. Some of you guys, it's Ico. Fucking Ico. VGA 90 here, pushing its way up to 375. Only 3 copies of Ico are graded higher. People used to love Ico. PS2 Grail back in the day. I think I say that every time it comes up, but here it is, VGA 90 pushing its way slowly but surely to $400 actually. Not even that bad. Not even that bad. Looking for $425 on the VGA 90 Ico. A little bit of respect there. The Gran Turismo 4 went for $375. That Vice City looked rough. Yes, it does. Even just in the little photo, I can see how scratchy it is. Probably not the nicest 85 plus in the world, but the American release of Ico is first, which is weird. That is weird.
Fair warning.
You guys just take your whacks and move on sometimes. That's where I am mentally right now, dude. That is where my mental is at. Not to say I'm just gonna throw it out, right? But there are times when I just look at a lot of this shit and I'm like, man, if I just throw it in my garbage bin, if I just take it outside and throw it in the garbage, I never have to think about it again.
Fair warning.
And like, you know, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but like those are the thoughts that cross my head at this point.
$45.
Which like, oh man, sucks.
95.
475 for the Eco. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. That's actually pretty good. I got nothing to say. I think that's actually a lot of money for Ico. I was just dunking on it, but like that's solid. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty 85 plus Black Label. That's nice. I need to get myself a Metal Gear Solid 2 at some point eventually. Pushing up to almost $400 now. This will not be the copy I purchased, but the last 85 plus went for $432 November 2023. Looking for $425 on this one right now. Sell it as a lot on eBay? Yeah, like it'll be something.
$380.
It'll be something. I pumped the Ico, yes. Pumped the Ico. Steve Craig Retro Games, welcome in, dude.
Fair warning.
Sells Sega Genesis games, doesn't tell me or Hamster. It was spontaneous, Joe. It's Sega Genesis CIB. I'm not actively selling them. Someone just asked me if I had them. So it's a trade plus sale kind of deal where they were looking for Sega Genesis, so okay. I went digging around in Mom's basement. It took me 10 minutes to even find the Sega games because I'm nowhere near ready to sell those, right? Like it's just not what I'm focusing on, but it just ended up working out. So
Fair warning.
and some decent titles out the door, like Contra Hardcore, Mega Turrican, like good Sega shit. Good Sega shit. Soul Calibur 3, the VGA 90 plus, 275. Metal Gear Solid 2, 85 plus for 450. Yeah, sold for more than the copy, November 2023. Beat it by like $18. Twisted Metal Black. Oh my god. We're talking about rough games here. I know this is a black cover, but like,
$120.
woo-wee. This is an A plus?
Fair warning.
$140.
What is going on? 2021 grade, hey? That is interesting, to say the least. That is interesting. Looking for $188.
Next lot.
I don't think the box art is like that, dude.
$50. $60.
I don't think it's like, I don't think Twisted Metal Black is like that. I don't think it is. God of War 3, 85 plus Black Label copy. Yeah, it could be the blister that scratched the shit. Like, it could be, James. I also was thinking that. Maybe it's a combination of the blister, the outer shell, contrasting. The cover art is not like that. You have one in your hand. Yeah, I didn't think it was, Justin. You've done it, Big Box. Just toss some stuff in the bin and move on. Yeah, like... You know, it's just one of those things where you get to the point where it's easier to throw some shit out than it is to try and extract the $50 to $100. And it's a bad spot, you know, it's a really bad spot to be in. Obviously, I'm trying to remedy this. That is what my goal is. But I think it's fair to say that when you're at the spot where you're literally considering throwing shit out because it's just in your, you know what I mean? You're in a bad spot. I don't want to say I became a hoarder, but it's not a good spot, you know? Not a good spot. Self-reflection. It's a self-reflection spot. Red Dead Redemption, VGA 90 there, going for $250. God of War 3, 85 plus for $100, honestly is pretty cheap.
$20.
Like that's really not bad. $104 there. Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition, 95 plus for $212. Metal Slug Double XX, 95 plus, mint uncirculated. Are we ever going to be afraid of potentially someone perfecting a reseal? I think so. I think so, especially for stuff like PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo DS, stuff that doesn't have
next lot,
like security seals or not cardboard. That's where it's gonna get really, really tricky. Yeah, cardboard will be fine because it's so much more than just the cellophane when we talk about cardboard. But like, you know, games like Nier Replicant here, VGA 95, 2021. Are we going to start getting to a point where maybe it's hard as fuck to tell authentic factory copies of this versus reseals? I think probably. I don't know the methodology that the companies use
Fair
directly, though, to say if it is or isn't. You know what I mean?
Next lot.
$15.
$50.
I have to believe both
$60.
CGC, WATA, VGA have a methodology that they trust,
$70.
but I don't
$80.
know what their methodology necessarily is, and they will never share their like proprietary methods of discerning. You know what I mean? The thing with Cardboard
Fair
Pixel, though, is
warning.
Cardboard
$110,
itself has
$120.
tells. You know? Like Cardboard itself, you can basically always tell if it has or hasn't
Fair
been
warning.
handled, opened, or something before. So not only do you have to perfect a
lot.
reseal on Cardboard, but you also
110,
have to have
$130.
Cardboard itself that is in perfect condition, that shows no blemish. You know what I mean? Because even if I just grab a Cardboard
warning.
game and put a perfect reseal on it, right? The
$150.
Cardboard itself will tell you it's been resealed, regardless of what the seal looks like. So Cardboard is a lot
Fair
safer,
warning.
honestly,
$60.
versus cases, jewel cases,
$170.
DVD cases, stuff like that. Cardboard is capable of communicating its own thing.
Fair warning.
Horizon Forbidden West VGA 90 plus special
Next
edition
lot.
here. Selling for what, $200?
$320.
Soul Hackers 2, 95 plus for $139. The Nier went for $139 there. Fable 2, VGA 95, early print, do not sell before, limited collector's edition. This in 95 is actually pretty crazy. Pretty crazy on 95 here. Yeah, all the
Fair
stuff
warning.
with all of the stuff that has security authentication strips is going to be pretty much safe.
$400.
Sell mystery packs of 10 items might be fun for buyers. Take a pick of huge pile of stuff and say you're randomly getting 10 items. like you're right, Canadian Consolidation.
Fair
You
warning.
are right. But I hate the idea of like mystery
Next lot.
boxing shit and like,
$30.
you know, 8 out of 10 mystery boxes are going to include garbage or just be garbage. You know what I mean? Asking your audience to gamble
$150.
on you just
$160.
doesn't sit right with me personally. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to mystery box my audience.
Fair warning.
It just feels kind of shitty.
Next lot.
I'm not saying that people who do it are shitty people. Like, I'm not. I've seen
$160,
Patreon things where people offer
$180,
mystery boxes and there's big prizes and stuff.
$240.
People love gambling. I get it. It's fun for everyone.
$280.
You know what I mean?
$300.
I'd rather tell you guys to just take your money and go buy the shit you actually want.
$340. $360. $380.
You'd say in some very minimal circumstances, there are some cardboard collections that show nearly new, but you're right, with the common box would show that. Just sucks it's even a thought, yes. It's just... the closer, like if you start zooming in on hinges, Pixel, like if you actually take out a loop, like a 30x loop, and you look at the hinges of a box, it's crazy how even on like mint condition
Fair warning.
N64, Super Nintendo or whatever, you start seeing the perforation of the paint or like the cracking of the paint at like a microscopic level because it's been flexed backwards.
Fair warning.
So like, yeah, there's going to be some minty stuff, but like
$440.
you can probably get it past people, like your average person, but getting resealed cardboard through grading
warning.
companies will always be damn near impossible, I guess is what I would say.
Next lot.
Gears of War
$5.
2, also early production, do not sell before, 90 plus for
$30.
$187.50. Fable 2 pushed its way up to $500. Not surprised. Not surprised there. Just a cheap one, Viridian. You can buy any kind of little loop for like $20. You know,
Fair
you don't
warning.
need anything special. But
$40.
obviously more money will show more detail, but like, you know. Was there a resealed Tyson on Facebook today? I don't know on Facebook Game Gallery, but I did see a really shitty
Fair
resealed Tyson on eBay the other day. Like the
$50.
back seal was super
$55.
wonky. It just looked bad all over the place. So,
$60. $65.
oh, like losing my voice here a bit. That was a group lot of 22 sealed, ungraded and sealed games, $525 there. Gears 5, 90 plus Terminator character pack. I never played Gears 5 myself, never got around to it. Yeah, that Tyson on eBay looked terrible, Game Gallery, in my opinion. That looked like a blatant reseal.
$85.
Nah, mystery boxes are always where someone loses. Yeah, it just, I don't know. Mystery boxes feel,
Fair warning.
it just feels kind of bad.
$95.
And crazy down here in Georgia tonight, you got about 2 inches of snow from where you live, and we had hardly ever get snow. Is that 2 inches or 2 feet? 2 inches of snow. 2 inches. Fucking nothing. That's nothing, James. 2 inches of snow. You don't know what snow is with 2 inches. You grabbed the VGA 95 Fable 2. Let's go, dude. Yeah, that's amazing. If I didn't already have a 9.8 A++ copy, Christian, I would have grabbed this myself. Big Fable fan. Fable 2 95 is crazy, so yeah, that's just neat. The H seam stuck an inch off the back of that Tyson. Yeah, it looked like you could literally pick up the game by the H seam. It just looked terrible.
$5. $25.
Just a piece of string. Gears 5, 90 plus, $150 into a Morrigan action figure. Darkstalker's Revenge. What?
The auction is now closed. Thank you for participating.
Kinda crazy. Sold for what, like $30? If anyone wants a Morrigan figure. Gears 5 was good, just Microsoft ruins it when they give you a beta and they were doing updates so late, so player base died immediately. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. I'll actually say I never did multiplayer on Gears. Like third person multiplayer. Oh, ooh. Gears multiplayer just felt, I don't know, man. It felt grimy to me. Like obviously I tried it, right? I tried to make the most of it. I played like a decent amount of Horde mode. But like multiplayer on Gears. Yeah, Horde mode was fun. I agree, Connor. That was the good shit. Multiplayer was, I don't know, man. Coming off, like I'm a big FPS guy, you know, but playing campaign is what I played Gears for. I played for campaign. Yeah, co-op campaign with my brother, Yama Yama. That was the good stuff. Me and my older brother played through 1, 2, 3 co-op campaign. Fucking fantastic. And like couch co-op. We were in the same room. The good old days. The good old days of co-op. Gears was your grind years and years competitively too. No way, man. No way. Competitive Gears player. That's crazy. You only got the Shantae tonight, but you're happy with it? You should be. It's felt like a great price. Yeah, selling it with the reproduction box and manual was just it was certainly a choice. Certainly a choice, so glad you could snag that retro. Top of the auction was still the 6-pack of the Run Saber, the France Holland ones. They still sold for $2,000, so what is that, like $300 a game? $350 a game? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know enough about it. It's PAL, you know what I mean? It's European. I don't know. Final Fantasy 8.5A, 1,875. Blades of Steel 9.4A plus for $1,200 there. Primal Rage also $1,200, a 9.4A plus. And TNC Woodwater and Rage 9.2A for $937. At the other side of the auction, only one game can be shittier than every other single game. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time, the Japanese copy, 9.6A plus, sold for $44. I've warned you guys before not to grade random Japanese stuff. There just isn't enough market for it. There isn't enough market depth to be sending random games like this. Japanese copies, English copies even, it's kind of tough, but especially Japanese, the market just isn't developed yet. If you're going to buy stuff like this, do it for personal or throw it in a closet. Be like me and just throw stuff in boxes and keep it for 10 years. I promise it'll work out in the end. It's surefire, foolproof. Fable was for sure one of the best games on Xbox, and Fable 2 and 3 you loved, even though gamers are going to hate. Oh, no, I agree. Fable 2 and Fable 3 were still super fun. I know people, like, dunk on both of them. Well, especially Fable 3. But, like, Fable 2 and Fable 3 were still good. The Run Sabers are common to find, new old stock, but also, like, $200 CIB. Jesus. Gears story was incredible. Multiplayer was aight, but pathetic compared to Halo multiplayer. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, right? Like when you have Halo or Call of Duty to play at the same time of Gears, I just had no time for Gears. I might have even been playing Counter-Strike Source still at the time. I can't remember the years. Gears 1 would have been what, like 06, maybe 05? Would I have still been playing Source? Maybe. I can't remember what year Go came out now, but I was just so deep into first-person shooter that, like, trying to play third-person online felt awful. Awful, awful, awful. But campaign and story is where it was at. What was my name in Counter-Strike Source? I think it's still my Steam name, I think. I've been Term34 in everything. Just like this. I think it was like this. I think this is still my Steam name. I don't know why. That was my RuneScape name as well. That name right there has been like my online handles for a long time. Term34. I don't have a reason. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. That is my OG RuneScape, my Steam. Like, I don't know. Term34. Oh yeah, I was a big RuneScape guy too, for sure. Seems awfully close to Rule 34. Like, now that you say it, yes, it does. I think my brother might have even made the original RuneScape account for a reason. And for, like, he might have typed in Term34, but, like, I stuck with it. I ran it. I ran it, baby. That's a great username. People would always just call me Term. And it was like, oh, great. Like, you know, I'm just Term. Term is a good handle. It's a good one-syllable name, you know? Anytime you have a good one-syllable name, it's like, oh, that's good shit. That's like a collector name, you know? Trying to be the first person to log on so you can have the username with no numbers around it. Yeah, whatever you do, don't Google Term34. Could you imagine? It's just bait. It's just bait. Gamer tags are for life. You use the same one since you were 10. Yep. Yep. My other one was my brother made it. It was the fucking... This was my Xbox name for so long. The Eternal Titan. That one's kind of embarrassing. My brother made that one. God, when did Xbox come out? 05, I guess, hey? We were too damn old for that to be our username, I'll tell you that. The Eternal Titan. Oh my god. You changed yours? Yours was Ghost X Killa, yeah. XYZ for so long, yep. I had XX names on RuneScape as well. Of course, I had, you know, yeah, XX usernames were everything. Ghost X Killa. Ah, yeah, that's such a gamer tag. And those are the good old days. Those are the good old days. Like the just millennial things, you know? Those are the good old days. Game Lord. Christ. But on that note, you guys, hopefully you can come out on Thursday for the PC Showcase auction. Same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So I'll be live for it. The stream, of course, sponsored by Heritage, videogames@ha.com. And see you guys later. Have a good night, everybody. X Darkness Blood. Yeah, exactly. Those were the names, Thane. Those were the names.